In this video, I'm going to give you kind of a sneak peek behind the scenes Q&A of what the last 5 questions that I have had from folks like you that are visiting this YouTube channel and curious what it's like to live in Des Moines. These are the last 5 questions that I've gotten from people and my answers to them. For those of you that are new to the channel, my name is Darson Grantham. I'm a real estate agent with Keller Williams here in Des Moines, Iowa, in central Iowa in general. I work on and own a real estate team that helps people buy and sell and invest in Des Moines area. And I created this channel to inform everyone that is on YouTube what it's like to live in Des Moines. I know that Des Moines is not for everyone, but I do know that Des Moines is for a lot of people, and it is continuing to grow the economy, the jobs, the population, the restaurant scene, the live event scene. All of it is continuing to grow. And I created this channel because I want to be that source of truth, that brass tacks, no bull crap person that's going to tell you what's going on in the real life, what it's like to live in certain neighborhoods, suburbs of the Des Moines area. So in this episode, in this video, I'm going to go over the last 5 questions that I've gotten from folks like yourself that are thinking about or moving or buying or selling in Des Moines, and my advice to them. So first, the last question that I've got was, what is or is there a clear path to progress or path of progress that Des Moines and the suburbs are expanding to? And I hate to break it to you and the person that I was talking to, but the answer is no. There's no clear, this is the one way that Des Moines is spreading. And the reason is the suburbs of Des Moines, whether it's Ankeny up north, it's Altoona to the east, it's West Des Moines or Waukee, Van Meter to the west, or Norwalk to the south, all of the areas, all Grimes, Granger up to the northeast, all of the suburbs are expanding. They have new development, there's new growth, there's new commercial business, all of it is expanding. So not to say there isn't, just the whole city is exploding. That isn't true. There are parts of each suburb and parts of Des Moines proper that maybe aren't expanding as heavily or as fast, but there definitely is not a one path to progress of Des Moines is only going to the west or Des Moines is only going to the east. That's just not the case, and that's not what I'm seeing at all. The second question that I've gotten asked was how fast or how many properties are sold at a price above the list price. And I take a step back when I get that question because in my heart, I want to make sure that everyone is getting the deal that they want, whether you're a buyer or a seller. When I'm representing a buyer, I'm trying to do as much as I can with the money that they have to spend, right? And if I'm working with a seller, I want to represent that seller in the best way and get the most amount of money for the property that they're selling for the least amount of stress that's causing them. So I say all that in my mind, I'm thinking a list price is just a starting point. Now, we've kind of been spoiled over the last 2 or 3 years that a list price is typically the price below of what the property is actually going to sell for. In some markets, that's more immediate and more obvious than others. Des Moines, it totally depends on the price point and the type of the property. It also depends on that list price, right? For example, I just had clients that put a property, that put 2 offers on properties in Norwalk. Both were outbid by $40,000. That was outrageous. I knew that was going to come. I prepared the buyer and said, hey, they're going to have multiple bids. This is going to go well over asking. At the same time, I've also seen people that have bought an acreage this is another one in Norwalk, it's kind of more rural, but bought an acreage for $15,000 below list price, 2 days on the market. So there are stories on both spectrums. So if you are looking to buy or you are looking to sell, probably you're watching this if you're considering buying. If you are looking to buy, just know whoever realtor you use, if you use me or you use someone else, we're going to give you an idea. When we look at the property, we see the competition, we talk to the other agent, we're going to tell you how competitive it is. You're going to know before you put the offer in how competitive it is. If you have an agent that's not doing that, they're not doing their job. Because in today's market, the agent, yes, they are there to help you find properties. It's really tough sometimes to find the perfect property, and really it's just when it hits the MLS, then the agent comes in and really steps in to make sure that you're putting a solid offer in, you're seeing everything. You, as the buyer, are seeing everything that you should see, because the agent is going to see some things from a different lens than you are. And so using that agent to that advantage. But my point in that is the properties that go over asking, you should know that they're going to go over asking. If you like a property so much that you cannot go without it, you're going to need to write an escalator clause. Plain and simple. So you're going to write, we're going to offer it at $200,000, and we'll offer up to $280,000. Will be any other offer by $5,000. That's, I mean, you can write that and you can win an offer, win a property. Now, you just have to be very careful with that and do it in a smart and educated way. There's different contingencies you need to put in place with your bank in order to do that. A lot of things that go into there, into scale there, into the framework there. You should know this going in, and a good agent will be able to tell you and show you a property and explain to you this is likely the range that it's going to go for. So if you want it, you better be at the top end. If you don't want it that bad and you're just taking a stab in the dark, you're going to be at the bottom end. The third question I got was, I'm going to buy this fall. How soon should I engage your team in finding that property? Move into town and maybe say, for this explanation, we'll say September 1st, we want to be able to move into our new property. So we're going to back that up 2 months, so August 1st, July 1st, and that's 60 days. So 60 days is a general, very comfortable closing time frame to close on a property. Bank loan, appraisal, all that. Now, if you have cash, that's a different story. Cash can be done in about 30 days. So just take that into consideration. But for lack of better, explanation, we're going to back out 2 months. So we're sitting at July 1. I would feel most comfortable having 6 to 8 weeks to look for properties for you if you're looking to buy August 1st. So because there aren't that many properties that come on the market, and if you've been kind of watching the market and you know there are properties that are hitting very commonly that you would buy, or they're just very rare, if they're very rare, you need to start that process sooner. If you're looking to buy September 1, we're going to back up to August 1, back up another 30 days to July 1, and give me 6 to 8 weeks. So we would start looking about end of May. End of May would give you 4, 5, 6 weeks to find a property, put it under contract, and then close in the bank. Now, that's a very conservative early out. So what you'll need to do is you'd reach out to our team, and we'd kind of set you up with the lender, give you a couple to choose from, give you one of our preferred lenders, a local lender. That is key. If you're watching this and you're looking to buy with a local lender. They'll get things done faster, better, cheaper. Trust me. The time frame for a September 1 purchase would be real close to right now, end of May, early mid-June. That would be the time frame that you'd want to get the pre-approval. You would want to, contact the bank, get the pre-approval, start looking for properties, start offering. Probably June 1st would be a good time frame for that. The fourth question I've got recently was, what does the custom home new build market look like in Des Moines? Well, like any others, the new build market has had a crazy shift. Went from nobody can find a new build, we can't find materials, prices go clear up, and now they're sitting on the market just a little bit longer than they were 4, 5, 6, 7 months ago. And the reason is the prices have gone up, and the folks that are using financing have interest rates that have gone up. So you're really limiting the number of people that can purchase those higher end custom built homes. So if you are looking to build a custom home in Des Moines, you can start looking at lots. You can buy those before you find the custom builder. You'll have to find the right type of lot for what you're looking for. But reach out to our team and we can kind of give you a couple introductions to a couple custom builders that would be able to help you kind of develop that perfect property for you. And that could be buying an acreage and building on that. It could be buying an executive lot at one of the south of Van Meter executive suites, or it could just be out in Waukee. They have lots that are in a really cool community development and you could buy and build a lot there. Or there is the agri-hood that's going on down in Cumming, Iowa, and the agri-hood is going to be developing over time, but it's going to be basically a place where people have very custom, unique homes that are agricultural based, meaning a lot of green space, a lot of gardening and community atmosphere. Chickens are allowed, that type of thing in that type of suburb development, which should be really cool to see. So to answer that custom new build, I think it's really starting to look at products that custom builders have put together so that you can get an idea of the type of product that you're looking to build and the type of builder that you're looking to work with, and our team can help facilitate that. And fifth, last but not least, this is my favorite thing because this is how our family felt, was we wanted to be out of the city. And so my last question was, where can I be secluded and not have neighbors on very close to me, but still be within 20 to 25 minute drive of downtown Des Moines? And the reason this is my favorite question is because our family chose 14 acres south of Van Meter. It's very rural. We have one neighbor. You see nothing, but that isn't the answer for everybody. Our family had a lot of talking and thinking through that, and that's what we chose to do. But if you want seclusion, there are neighborhoods in areas of Des Moines that are within 10 to 20 minutes of downtown that you could buy and live in, right? And so there are different communities. South of Grand would be one, different parts of Beaverdale would be one, different parts of Johnston, Grimes, and obviously there's tons. There's one just south of Valley High School Stadium, which is kind of off Fuller Drive. They're very secluded, big lots where you are still in the city. You still have a 15-20 minute drive. You're really close to Raccoon River Park, but you're very secluded. Your neighbors, you can't see them. They can't see you in most cases. And so there are those different neighborhoods. If any of this interests you, please reach out to our team. We help people all day long move and buy properties in Des Moines, kind of make them the local expert on the community, the type of property, the neighborhood. We want to educate people and make sure that you, if you're buying, find the property, the area, the neighborhood that you are going to like. So if that interests you, please comment below, reach out, send us an email, call me. I'm happy to set up a conversation where we get on a call and we just learn about your needs, wants, hobbies, what you really like about living in an area, and we'll try to match you with that area. So until next time, we'll talk to you soon. Bye.